Morning, everybody. I'm back again with a live session. Now, this time I got my phone oriented horizontal so that way y'all can see everything what I'm doing. I know I get a little bit more reviews with the phone in a landscape mode. I know a lot of people used to that, but this is not what it's about. What it's about is actually we're going to be servicing this himiway C5 again. And what's going on is that well, my son's friend been riding this bike for quite a while. I did put a new controller on here. As y'all noticed back in my live session, we put a new battery. This is the battery off the Super 73 that used to belong to Maurice Sharp. He fixing to have a modified Super 73, and he's going to be coming down here next Friday to do I guess a collaboration because he's also a YouTuber as well. So what we're going on is that we have a no-go. So we have a no-go on the bike. So we turn the key on, we'll turn the battery on, we turn the key on and hit the throttle, so there's no go. So my thing is I thought we had burnt the motor. Usually when you burn a motor, that it has resistance in it. So that wasn't the case. So we spin it backwards, no resistance, spinning forward, no resistance at all. So I'm thinking the motor's good. So we're expecting the controls bad. Well, these controls are fairly cheap. You can actually get these on Amazon for about $32. So this costs about $32. Now this is a dual mode. Now what dual mode means is that you can run this with or without a Hall sensor. Okay, so say that if you have a bad Hall sensor, which I should have did this a long time ago with my 5,000 watt hub motor, but I threw it away, well, the casing away. I still have my stator because the stator has brand new Hall sensors in it. So I threw it away. Good morning, Anthony. What's going on? Oh, man, I'm back at it, man. I always do these live sessions fixing all these controllers, man. And so, hold on 1 minute. I appreciate it, Marvin, you know what I mean? So, yeah, we're going to be replacing this controller right here. And this controller is dual mode. So this is a 48 to 72 volt. Electrocyte, what's going on? Yeah. Okay, no problem, man. So yeah, I was out there riding the DT1 Pro, the scooter. So I had to get me a little ride, and me and Maria's gonna go for a ride later on the day too. E-bike woman. So yeah, man. Elevated field, yeah, man. Where it depends on how far you live at, man. You might can send me some, send me what you got, and I can build it for you or fix it for you. But anyways, so it's a 1500 watt controller, dual mode. So it's ranged from 40 to 72 volts, and it has an automatic detection angle. So what it's saying is that once you hook this motor up, you can see these two white wires right here. You plug these together, and it's an automatic learn, just like the far driver controller. Yeah, e-bike yeah. Yeah, she's in the bathroom. She's gonna take another nap. We'll probably do another ride later on today. So I'm sitting down on my carpet floor before we go into this. So I had cut so many wires off. It comes with cruise control. It comes with high brake. Comes with alarm and everything. But this particular bike, we're not going to be needing that. Just something for him to go to school and back. So yeah, I'm doing it, man. Like every morning, man. I'm out here working. Shoot, man. Then up to the point where quitting my day job to actually be working on e-bikes and stuff, because I do have a stuffed bomber that I'm gonna be trying to fit that battery in today. So, oh yeah, what's up, Switzerland? So yeah, these are fairly cheap. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get a cheaper controller, you don't have to use a display or anything, but you can use a display with this universal. Huh? Okay. Hold on, guys. Let me go do something right quick. So bear with me. I'll be right back. Okay. Yeah.
Boys think.
Oh, yes, when they're playing football.
I don't give a thing.
Oh man, that's what smells.
Jesus.
All right, guys, I'm coming back. I'm coming back. Okay, where were we? I'm going to be putting this on something too. So here it is. So this is the 1500-watt hub motor that I recently took off the Super Ninja. And we're probably going to be putting this, installing on the himiway C5. So that way we can get a little bit more speed than those gear hub motors. And we can also have regen on this. You know what I mean? So in order to have regen. Oh, shoot. Hold on, guys. So hold on. Let me get my phone. Let me turn my phone down. I keep forgetting that, man, every time. I'm back. Hold on. So those gear hub motors, in order to have regen on the gear hub motors, you can get you a very expensive gear hub motor from Green Tech, whatever. But just a typical gear hub motor, you can weld the clutch, and that'll give it to where it doesn't free whirl when you let off the throttle. What's going on, Maurice, man? Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. Okay, that's what's up, man. So Maurice just informed me that y'all seen that his 5,000-watt hub motor is gonna be here. So once it gets here, I think maybe Monday, I'm gonna start installing the tires and then installing the motor on the bike and starting to install the electronics and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Well, I think he want to be here for that, so we're probably gonna do that when he gets here. You know what I'm saying? Good morning, Amelia. What's going on? Yeah. So. Anyway, so yeah, so I'm going to put this hub motor somewhere nice, on something nice. So there's nothing wrong with it. So let's get down to business. Yeah, so this controller, we're going to be taking they're the same controllers. I just had a replacement. You know, it was running good and it started making a weird noise and then it just quit working. So anyway, that's what we're going to do. Huh? Oh yeah, so there's they call it E-bike woman.
Hello, guys.
Yeah, so anyways,
What are you doing now to this thing?
I'm going to put a new control on. So I brought a new controller, and we're going to be putting it on this C5 so that way you can have something to ride, and hopefully it'll stay more reliable anyway. So, but yeah, we're gonna go for a cruise. Probably make a video on her e-bike because it is fast. I don't have nothing that currently. I sold my battery on the Tommy bike, so I don't have nothing fast to compete with her. I might can do the Benzie, but she's gonna blow me out of water. You know what I mean? Because that's how fast that bike is. We call it the Super Ninja. So, because you know Angelo had a Ninja as well. That was his motorcycle. That he So what we're doing, guys, we're gonna be going and taking this controller loose. Now I had, did some rigging up, and we need to. The battery's off, so the battery's off, and we're gonna go ahead and get the controller off. So I did wrap this up some tape, and oh man, so what the hell? Huh? Good night. Stay time. Well, it's part of dark in your room. All right. I'll see you later on about 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna be taking this off. We're taking the power wires off right quick. And see what's going on with that. What's a good black tape to use? Oh, right here, man. This is 3M. It's vinyl tape, man. This is some really good electrical tape. I don't really like to get the other kind of electrical tape because it's really hard and it doesn't stick. This stuff right here sticks really good right here. Dang, she was just right there, gamer. She was just right there. She wanted to go take a nap, you know what I'm saying? But I guess yesterday was a bad day to be discussing about that PC, you know what I mean? Everybody had an attitude had an attitude adjustment. So we probably better off to do it today or something like that, you know what I'm saying? But we're just trying to get it done for Christmas. That's basically what it is. It's gonna be a Christmas present. So Hey, I got no problem, Kitty. So, and it's on here really good. So, you know, I'm trying to get this off, get these power rods off. It's on here really good. Oh yeah, yeah, man. It was bad. So, and she was just like I say, she just went in. His mom just went in the room to take a nap. So it's just me and my daughter here today. She didn't go to school because it's half day today, and her school is very, very far away. And so we decided to let her stay home. And plus, she's a little bit under the weather with got a cold. She caught, I guess she caught a cold from one either Jay or Judah. So all right. So I did solder these wires on. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and unsolder those. Let me go ahead and get my solder gun. Just give me 1 minute, guys. And it takes a long process to do this stuff, you know, getting this controller. All right. Let me plug in right quick. All right, so that's warming up. So let me see what's going on. Yeah, Christmas present. What controller did? Hold on 1 minute. I didn't see that. I didn't see that last comment. Daily life. What are you talking about? You talking about this control right here? If you're talking about the stock controller, it's this control is about. I would say anywhere, if it's 1500 watt, I say anywhere to be 30, maybe 28 to 30 amps. This controller can put out. So yeah, let me. Hey, good morning, Michael, man. What's going on? Hey, you see what we're doing right here, boy. Well, you know what I'm saying, doing some e-bike stuff. Basically, it's my life now, you know. More maintenance than anything. Then I gotta do some bills and stuff. Waiting on some sales to come. I got 2 more stuff on batteries to build. Send them on out. One of them's gonna be with one's gonna have a BMS on it. One's gonna be for max power with P45B cells. So those 2 batteries. One of them's gonna be for more range. The other's gonna be for power. So yeah. While the glue's warming up, let me go ahead and, I mean, not the glue, but the solder iron. While this, you know, getting heated up, let's go and take the phase out. We're going to take the phase wires out. And I pray to God that's what happened, is that the motor just quit doing its business. Let's see that right quick. Hold on, guys. Oh, thank you, man. Yeah, I did that yesterday. What's going on, DIY? 500 amp. Yeah, man. We just trying to do some maintenance on these kids' bikes, man. Just doing a little maintenance on these, and so that way they can have their own bike instead of borrowing other bikes, you know. Let's see here. I might have to cut that. Oh, appreciate it, so Chris. Yeah, man. What you up to? Up there, Tally? What you got going on up there? This one, no. This is only 48 volts right here. Yeah, it's just a 48 volt setup that we're doing. Now the Super Ninja is on 72 volts. I just installed the battery on that one. On the last session, we just did that one, so it's running on 72 volts. So I'm just trying to just cut. This tape is very sticky, so it's that 3M tape is very sticky, man. It takes a. Can y'all see what I'm doing? I don't know. Maybe y'all see, because if y'all can't, I want to move the camera up a little bit. Oh yeah, David. Yeah, grill tape is heavy duty. Yeah, I use that all the time just to put batteries on. Huh? I was. Oh, what? So you gotta what? Hold on. You got call me, man. You need to call me, Dio. Okay. Yeah, call me, man. We got. I don't know what you're talking. I mean, I do know what you're talking about, but it seems like a big deal. So you gotta hit me up, man, or text me, and then I'll call you because I'm doing a live session right now. Okay, so what happened? It still worked, right, gamer? Oh yeah. Okay, DIY fired it up. Yeah, I can't wait. Hey, I'm gonna put it on the tummy bike. That's what I'm gonna do. If I do get it, I'm gonna put it on my bike because I don't have no battery right now. I sold my battery, so. Oh, okay. Hmm. Yeah. Definitely can't wait for that. All right, got that one undone. All right, so that one's undone, and then so we gotta cut that cell. Cut this wire. A lot of stuff to do. You know, it's just because that, you know, right? Oh. Uh-huh. Oh, you forgot to put your charger in the backpack. Oh man, so basically you left your charger at work, huh? Oh man. Oh, big comments right there. Hold on 1 minute. Let me see what's going on. So you called. Okay. Describe the new battery for the tongue bike. Okay. Um, well, I don't want to go into too many details there, but the it's going to be over 80 amp hours. It's going to be using P45B cells, and I'm going to go with instead of point 0.5 bus bars, I'm gonna go with 1 millimeter bus bars. So okay, Gavin, that's what's up. So that's the battery. That's the battery that's going in the tummy bike though. So I'm building it. It's gonna take some time to build it though, but that's what my plans is. And hope to God, pray to God that I still be living and we'll get it done. I can't set it in stone yet because we don't know what tomorrow brings. I just wanted to say that, So, all right. So we got that one done. Okay, hold on there. Okay. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, hers, man. Listen. Well, that's not my wife. That's my oldest son's mom. And my wife, she's actually at work, but that's my oldest son's mom, and her bike is a screaming demon, and it's really fast. Y'all want to see it? I'm gonna do a video on it. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, man. Yeah, Molly's still a killer. I can't wait to get my hands on that, man. Oh man, hold on, let me see. Okay, so Christopher. Yeah, man, that's right. So, man, you gotta live one. I'm taking it one day at a time. Yeah. This is a cool bike. I was gonna do a conversion with this one. I was gonna do a 3,000 watt conversion with this, but they didn't want that. Oh, you got a Teleria? I wonder how fast those bikes are. I mean, the top speed of those. All right, so how many people watch? Okay, 22. I know this is probably one of the boring parts. You know, not really building batteries or anything like that. 53, not bad at all. Yeah, 53 is off the chain. It's fast. I mean, anything over 40 to me is pretty fast. You know, or 35 miles an hour. Yeah, trying to get these phase wires off. Jesus Christ. I mean, I had them in there pretty good. When you get old, boy, can't stay on your knee, can't sit down too long. You gotta move, you gotta move around a little bit, you know. It's almost like your bones get stiff. Oh man. Checking back, make sure. I don't want to miss anybody's text, so I'm just you know, coming in and out. All right, so we got the phase wires out. Now the tricky part is getting the glue out. You gotta get the glue out right quick, so that way we can on the Hall sensors. But it's a dual mode controller, so I mean really don't have to run the Hall sensors, though we're gonna do it anyways though. So we got our positive out. Now we gotta get our negative. And now the only thing we have to do is we have to change over the throttle to a JST connector, so that way we can actually run this thing. So let me go and get my hot glue gun out. I gotta melt the glue to get the wires out, cause I really don't want to cut them. Yeah, you might need a, hold on, let me see, Daryl. I don't know, Daryl should be around about maybe almost right at 60 to 65. We're gonna try to push for 65 because it's pretty powerful though. So what is a dual mode controller, you ask? Well, a dual mode controller is that unlike a far driver Sabaton, this controller can run with or without a Hall sensor. So let's just say you have a bad Hall sensor. This controller will detect the Hall sensor first, and if it goes bad, it will do like a hiccup on you. Like it'll let's see here, it'll click click, like it'll do something like that. But if you unplug the Hall sensor, it won't. It's like a car. It's like unplugging your mass airflow. So the ECU reverts on mass airflow sensor. If the air sensor goes bad, you can unplug it, and what's going to happen, it's going to revert to the map sensor. So that way, now it's going to read how much air or biometric pressure in the map sensor, and that can determine the air-fuel ratio in the ECU. Well, the same thing with this controller. So it's a dual mode controller. If the Hall sensors are bad, it's going to try to revert without the Hall sensors, and it's going to try to switch back and forth. If the Hall sensor is good, it's going to stay on the Hall sensor. If it's bad, it's going to like. But to alleviate that, just unplug the Hall sensor, and it'll just stay without the Hall sensor. So yeah, I just want to explain that to y'all. Hope that was good information. All right, we gotta heat this glue up right quick, and we gotta pull these on, because I glued these Hall sensors in right quick. These are the Hall sensor wires. And coming out, there's one, there's two. There we go. All right, so we got them out. Let's see here. Oh yeah, appreciate Daryl. Yes. Okay. Yep. So now that y'all know what a dual mode is, so when you get a controller that's dual mode, you know you don't have to worry about a Hall sensor. So if your motor has a bad Hall sensor, you can just unplug it and it'll just go. You know what I mean? You might not have. Now the bad thing with that is that you might not have total control like far as starting, because the controller, the motor wants to kind of go in reverse just for a split second, so you have to really give it a little bit of throttle for it to move forward. You know what I mean? So, but with a Hall sensor, the controller detects what position the motor in at all times, so you have better control, you have better feeling, better input, as I'm making sense. So, but without the Hall sensor, it would still go. Matter of fact, the Super Ninja's not running on Hall sensor, so it's running straight without Hall sensors, and it goes. Now, if I fix it, you know, because it has dual Hall sensor, one of them's bad. So if I put it on the other Hall sensor, maybe it works better. You know what I mean? But it just doesn't. You know what I'm saying? It's running without a Hall sensor right now. So, all right. So let's get these phase wires. I mean the Hall sensor wires. Bring it up right quick. And so that way we can throw these back on the other controller. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I don't know about that, but I mean, yeah, heat is the number one enemy of basically of everything. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, what you saying, kid and miss? What you saying? Oh yeah, yeah, they are. Yeah. All right, all right. Okay. So right now, I'm just wiping the glue off of these Hall sensor wires, and I'm gonna be putting these in the new controller, and we're gonna be tying it up right here, and then we're gonna go ahead and solder the wires in, and all that good stuff, and then we're going to see if it works. Cause like I told y'all before, it doesn't. Hey, X-Ray, what's going on, man? I'm doing good, man. We just doing something to the himiway C5. We just trying to get everything loose so that we can put a new controller in. If you just coming along, that's what we're doing today. And basically, we're just going to be trying to get it to work, so that way they can take this to school. They ride this to high school, so the high school is maybe about 2 or 3 miles away, and the e-bikes just helps them get to school a lot faster, especially if you don't have license, you know, or are not driving the car yet. You know, it is a good way to travel. All right. So, all right. So we got the controller completely detached. And we're going to just start cutting it off here. All right. All right, so. Oh, yeah. They got hey, John, what's going on? Yeah, a couple of their friends got e-bikes. Matter of fact, I sold a couple of them. I sold a few to them, to their friends. So some of their friends have e-bikes as well. And they sold it. So about, I'll say about 10 students that I've seen already having e-bikes there. You know, yeah. Well, since this controller is bad, we're gonna go ahead and discharge it by touching the black and the red together. Are y'all ready? What? Nothing. Well, I guess it was. I guess it was already drained. Um, let's see here. Let's see. Let's see. All right. Let's see what's going on with this bad boy, because I know it wasn't working at first. Oh, it said. I seen that. I was like, dang, would you? I just turned it on. Unless somebody turned it on and left it on. Let me see. I don't know. Yeah, the capacitor's empty. So we're gonna just see what's up with it. Now I'm about to bring the phone. Crypto, what's going on, man? Okay, nice, nice. Yeah, it's been like a little spark, but I'm just gonna take this controller out and see. I mean, I probably won't see nothing wrong. Obviously, nothing wrong with it, but I'm pretty sure that we might have a blown MOSFET, because it does turn on. Everything was just didn't have a no-go. So, no, not this. I mean, this is not really my bike. It's just a family friend's bike. I'm only gonna do that to my family's bike, unless they have the money. I can't do it all for free, and that's the sucky part about it, because bills and all this stuff, and I gotta feed my family too. You know what I'm saying? So no, this is not my son's own. No, my son has a tummy bike as well. Jacoy has his own bike. So Jacoy has his own bike. This is my oldest son's friend. I actually gave that to him because they go to school together. So it wasn't he brought this or anything. This was actually given as a gift. Yeah. Yeah, Jacoy got his own bike. Yeah, Jacoy got two bikes, as a matter of fact. So let's check it out. Doesn't look like nothing wrong. It looked like this controller been shunt modded already. I mean, just a little bit. Has a little bit of salt on shunts. I mean, you can't really visually see what's going on with it though. But so, anyways, yeah, shunts. So let me show you where the shunts are located right here. So if you can see where my screwdriver, let me cut some wires right quick. Let me cut some wires right quick. I might use these wires, to tell you the truth, for a different project. Hold on. All right. So as you can see right here, let me go close up. See those three little bars right there? Those are your shunts. And then what you do, you can solder those three shunts together, and what it does, it creates it builds up less resistance, and it just trick the controller thinking that it needs more power. That's basically, the name of the game when you doing a shunt mod, on the controller. Let me see what the caps on this thing. These are 80 volts, so we could have ran on this bad boy. Well, it's 80 volts, but it says 72, but a fully charged battery is 84. So I don't know. So it has 80 volts, 80 volt caps on this thing. That's weird. All right. Anyways, hold on 1 minute. No, let me see here. Yeah, you're right, Kitty. So we're gonna go ahead and toss that. I was gonna use some wires off this thing, but I just probably won't. I don't know. We're gonna just put that in the garbage can right now. We have a new controller that's gonna go on now. So, what we're gonna do? Hold on. I do need to make a reference right quick. Hold on. Let's see. Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. Here it is. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's go up here to my table and let's get this throttle wired up. Hold on 1 minute. Oh yeah, okay. So, as y'all can see right here, what I was working with is that I'm trying to get my audio a lot clearer when I'm riding e-bikes. So I brought this CS3, and it's supposed to be a TRRS to a TRS adapter. It does not work with the GoPro. I do have a medium mount on my GoPro. I don't know how good it is yet though, but these microphones, I don't know if it's just a microphone that I have, but they do work with my phone. I might have to just invest in a another microphone. Uh, what do you mean? Hold on. Uh, what are you talking about, John? You talking about these microphones and stuff? I mean, it works. I mean, it works with my phone. So when, like, if I'm doing an introduction with my phone, I can have these hooked up, and y'all can hear me like 100% clear. Actually, it's a little too loud, but I'm trying to, when I ride, I'm not trying to have wind noise, so that way y'all can hear me instead of the wind. You know. No. You don't need a shunt motor controller. Just, I mean, if you're just looking for like an extra acceleration, you know what I mean. But no, you really don't need it. So I'm gonna put that up. All right, let's get the controller right here. All right. Oh, no, gotta put that right there. Make sure everything's good. All right, let's get these wires. We're working on a throttle wire, so that's what we're working on today. We're gonna be that's the only thing to be working on. So we're gonna cut that. And now, get my handy dandy tools out. I don't need a glue gun anymore, so don't need the glue gun. But I do need, I'm gonna get my short box of, so we have so I have 1,050 pieces of the JST connected kit from Amazon. So we're gonna be needing a female end, 3-pin female. So we're gonna grab that. Where is it? This has spilt though, so it's gonna be a little hard finding a 3-pin female. I have a bunch of 4-pins. Just bear with me, guys. If I don't have it in here, I might have to go into my other box and see if I have a 3-pin in that one. I don't see one, so we're going to close that. And we're going to get our big, oh, I do have another one, so let's get that one out. Oh, okay, hold on. Let's see here. What's it got here? Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, you want to get a 70? Okay, Mick. Okay, Miami say. Yeah, 72-200. That means Sabaton, right? Sabaton. So this is what we need to get. So we have our 3-pin female in, which is right here, which is that little booger right there, and then we're gonna need 3 of these. Okay, we'll need 3 of those. Got those right there. Close that out. We're done. We're done with that. Now just for the throttle. That's the only thing we have to change. Let me get my wire strippers. Yeah, let me see. Get my wire strippers right quick. And then I gotta turn my hot glue on. Let's see. We're done with that. Right on. Alright. What time is it? Okay, probably about 11 o'clock. I'll probably close this out. You know what I'm saying? Don't want to be too long, but yeah. I'm what do you mean, huh? What do you mean, John? You might have to hit me up on Messenger. They're trying to get a little bit more done so I can relax, just, take some time off. Okay. You can pull how much? I pull damn near, I mean, when I'm racing, I pull down at 600 constantly, you know what I'm saying? Just, it's not really the controller. I mean, it is if you have good ventilation though, but mainly the battery, you know what I'm saying? If your battery can't handle, 80 amps, then, no, you don't need to do that. And it causes a lot of stress and a lot of heat on those batteries. So, but Mary got that Super Ninja, and hers is a 80 amp controller, and but that battery's a 150 amp battery, so it 80 amps ain't nothing. Yeah, 80 amps ain't nothing. That's like milk and cookies compared for that battery. uh, Oh yeah, they are. You're right. You're right, Kitty. Oh man, they will if you stress the batteries, John. If you stress the batteries, it will heat up. But you gotta understand too. I'm running a 600 amp controller, and I did like 50 miles, and it got a little warm though. But I was really, I was almost dead. Like I was right at about 52 volts, and I was trying to make it home. But I was really careful though. But damn it. Oh yeah. All right, got it. Woo, I thought I missed it. So, all right, now that reference. So, the reason why I cut this, so I can use this for reference. You know what I mean? But so, all right. So we know the red's gonna be in the middle, and then green's gonna be on our right. Our left, and then our black. So that basically what we need to do. This is all we need to do with just to have that wire hooked up. And now we need to have the battery. This is gonna be an on switch. It's gonna self-learn, and then now we gotta do just so yeah, hold on. So yeah, I gotta. Yeah, John. So yeah, Powerful Lithium. You know what I'm saying, they're a good company. Can't put nothing past them. You know what I'm saying, but and mostly what they say is pretty much true. But it's the way they talk about heating up, man. It just scaring people, man. I don't know. I mean, people can believe what they want to believe. You know what I mean? So I can tell you so much. You don't have to believe. You don't have to take my word for it. You can take that word for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you from my experience, John. I'm just telling you from my experience. Okay? So I'm just gonna just cut it, lay it down, cut and dry. You know what I'm saying? If you stress your battery, it's gonna overheat. It's gonna heat up. That's the bottom line. Cheap batteries. Cheaper batteries you get, the cheaper cells you're gonna get, they're prone to heat up. That's why companies like Powerful Lithium and Chai Batteries, they use top quality cells. They use Moly cells, and they're using Samsungs. You don't see them using no other cells but them. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right, Tub. Yeah. So, you know, but there are some good cells out there too that people is not knowing about. You know what I'm saying? You got Lashin, you got EBE, you got E-Pouch. You got those cells are good too. Even Panasonic, Sony's, they're good too. You know what I'm saying? But they're not nowhere. They don't come close to my cell. You know what I'm saying? Or even the Samsung cells. I got the 30Ts. You know what I'm saying? They I don't know, man. The speed limiter. I'm pretty much, yeah. Ultra fire. Yeah, ultra fire. Yeah. Yeah. Which ones? Which one you talking about, Mick? Mitch? Uh, let's go. Okay, well, while y'all doing that, let's go ahead and throw this control on there. We got a lot of soldering to do, so I'm gonna get some water for my sponge. Yeah, you be a good batteries too. Yeah, yeah, that's right. There are some fake ones too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you gotta be. That's another thing about, and that's another thing about purchasing batteries from a reputable company like 18650 Battery Store, because you never know what you're gonna get. You think you're getting moly cells and you're getting something else. You know what I'm saying? Like, um, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I never been through that situation to where I had counterfeit cells. You know what I'm saying? But I know that's why there's a lot of YouTubers online right now doing testing and and seeing what's fake and what's not. You know what I mean? So kudos to those YouTubers that get those 18650s or 21700s, put them on a test, and they see the discharge, they see the amp hours, and saying if it's you know yeah. So yeah, yeah, and you're right. You're right. If the deal's too good to be true, then it probably is. Yeah, yeah, that's right. So that's why they're well, the P45Bs right now, 18650 Battery Store, they're like $4.88. Um, yeah, they used to be more than that though, Mike. They used to be more than that. They used to be like almost $8 and $9. Now the P50 Bs are that way right now. So yeah, the batteries are crazy price, yeah. So we're gonna get our solder iron. We're gonna go ahead and put this controller on real quick. Oh, and hopefully get everything to where we can go to yeah, you're right, DIY. They used to be like that at $9, yeah. Yeah. So let me go get some water. I'm gonna get some water, then we're gonna go back to the bike real quick. I got a lot of stuff here. Let's see. Might need to bring that over just a tad. Okay. All right, guys. Let me bring y'all over right quick. Okay. Okay. All right. Here we go. So. All right. Let's get this. We are going to be focused down right at the down tube part right here. This is where the control is going to be sitting at again. So. We're going to go ahead and put some solder. Corey, what's going on, man? Automatic cutoff voltage, yeah, yeah. So almost every controller has a cutoff voltage. So, you know, and these things can detect voltage. So if you go from 48 to 72, it's going to automatically read the voltage on that battery, and it will set its safe cutoff voltage for now. If you want to go balls out at 2.5 volts for a 72-volt battery is at 50 volts. That is the cutoff voltage for the cells. I wouldn't go that far. I would go far as like 57 to 55 just to be on the safe side, because you don't go too low and you can actually damage the cell. But that's for a guy that's not running no BMS or anything like that, you know what I mean? So, all right. Or if he is running the BMS, you can set the cutoff voltage through the BMS if you have a Bluetooth and BMS or a JK BMS, anything like that. So, all right. So, anyways, let's go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and solder. Let's see here. Damn. So how many people was writing? Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah. Not the. Ooh, let me see what you're saying, DIY. Yep. Yep. And that's another thing too. Yep, that's right. That is right, DIY. Yep. All right. So we're gonna be putting solder on this bad boy. I'm just reading the comments as I go. So if I sound like I'm actually, mumbling or saying ums and ums, I am actually trying to see who's actually talking, so that I can just make sure y'all asking me a question, anything like that. Ooh. Okay, so we did have a switch. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Ow. Ooh, burnt me. So we did have a switch. So I got to take these switches off. I didn't even notice that. Four driver controllers, you can go Econic Cycle sells them on eBay. Just type in four driver controllers. ND bike E-bike Superstore. That's my supplier. That's what I get my controls from. So damn, I didn't see this, guys. I had to model. Dang. Trying to get this seems like my razor just got really dull all of a sudden. Dang it, man. Yeah, I got a lot of work to do, guys, man. I gotta do a step armor today, and I got to do fitting that battery and getting that controller mounted up, so I can get it ready to go ride it. So I'll just do a little riding on it today, as a matter of fact. Dang it. So, dang. I'm having a hard time getting this darn tape off. Jesus. Oh. I just put that right there. I know my razor's dull, but damn. That bad boy would not come off. Damn. I was to the point where I'm just gonna say, bump it, man. I'm gonna just cut it. I'm gonna just cut it. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Holy hell. Okay. Wow. That was Tetris right there, but Jesus. So I'm skimming this a little bit, guys, and what the heck? What is that? Hold on, guys. What the hell happened to the car? Uh-oh. Something happened to my next door neighbor's car. I just got towed in. Probably gonna see what's going on. Well, if they let me, I was gonna see what's going on with that car, but trying to find my snips right, my wire strippers right quick. I don't know if I put them up. Hold on, guys. Oh, I put them back. Jesus. All right. Sorry, guys. I put the controller back, huh? What you saying? So hold on. I got stuff scattered everywhere, guys. I know I need to clean up my house. But right now what I'm doing, I'm putting the power wires in for the switch, for the throttle switch up here. I'm just gonna I'm rigging it up right now so we can have our power. And then we're going to handle the motor and phase cables and stuff. And then okay, so I got the phase cable in and everything, and we're gonna put some vinyl tape on that because we got that in. I couldn't get it off the old controller, so I had to cut it. I mean, like, as far as the tape unravel goes, I couldn't unravel that tape. It was like way too much, man. Like it was on there like real strong. So okay, all right, guys. So okay, so let's see here. Okay. No. You don't need no 4-gauge wire, man. The only time when you need something that big, man, if you got something really heavy, if you're putting that on like a Harley Davidson or even something like that, you don't need 4 to 2-gauge or maybe 1-gauge wire. But if you just put it on an e-bike, like say mine's, you can go with 6-gauge wire. If you're not, especially if you run a 72-200, you can go with 8-gauge wire. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, so. But that's, like I say, that's my experience, you know what I'm saying, with my bikes or with bikes in general. You know, 10-gauge wire is going to be a little bit too small. You will see some heating issues with that type of wire, especially if you're having a really big load. Bird! Oh. I want to say, what the hell happened to the car? See the car? I don't know what happened to the car. So there's a guy that's a good budget welder to buy. It's what's going on, Anthony? a budget welder to buy. Let's just say it depends, man. If you want some good welds, man, you might have to go with something like the 801D, the glitter. It's a little bit more, it's more powerful than the 801A. But if you really want an all-around welder, and if you're good with your hands, you're gonna need a K-weld. So get a K-weld and get you a good battery. Like to it's gonna cost a lot. To be honest, you know what I'm saying, you better off just buying something, something like, not like what I have, but something, like the 811 or something like that. Not the H model, but because you have to buy a battery, you have to build a battery for that K-weld. And yes, no, it didn't overheat. What happened was I accidentally touched the electrodes on the battery I was working on and it popped. But the K-weld will get hot really fast. That's the drawbacks. So the drawbacks of the K-weld is that it's going to get hot. If you constantly working on it, it's going to get really hot. Hold on. We gotta hold on, DIY. We're gonna talk about that now. Now there ain't no competition compared to the K1 and A11H. There's no competition. Okay, we can't. Me and you, we can't compare those two welders together. That's a whole different ball game because the 811H is like almost 3 times as powerful as the K weld, and it's I mean, it's a more powerful welder. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you want to go, as far as workload goes, the 811H, you can constantly weld that bad boy without the electrodes getting hot on you. And you don't have to set it up. You don't have to put it all together. So the 811H doesn't come in a box all in pieces where you have to. No, I didn't. I just had a huge battery on my cable. I had like a marine battery that put out like 1,000 amps. You know what I mean? But the glitter didn't come in the box. We have to put the super capacitors on, and you have to put the circuit board in. You got to connect some wires and put screws in. So that the cable is a totally DIY welder where you have to source your power supply and you have to put it together. So that's basically a true DIY welder. Okay, so yeah, yeah, and even though that we're experienced with the 811H, sometimes it still is it catches off guard because if you don't have the contact to those cells, it's gonna blow a hole right through that nickel, and I blow holes right through .3 nickel all the time. Um, and like I say, you might can weld, and companies do use K-weld for welders. So, but they probably have like a limited supply of power running to the K-weld. And they have really huge electrodes with a bunch of tape and everything on it. With this glitter 811, man, you don't. It comes as it is. You know what I'm saying? You can start. You don't have to wrap it with tape or anything like that. You can start, let it charge up. Boom, 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 and you can just keep constant working. As long as you can stand your ass on the chair, you can boom, 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 and just keep working and don't have to worry about overheating issues. You don't have to worry about it running low on battery. You don't have to worry about charging. That thing is going to stay charged. Charge, charge, charge. The only drawback about those welders is that the electrodes they'll eat up electrodes. I'm just going to tell you that right now. They're going to eat them up. I had to order like 5 sets. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's right. That's right. So I got like 4 or 5 pairs. You know, yeah, 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 yeah. They're gonna melt. So that's the reason why. That's the reason I brought a lot. You know what I'm saying? And you know, but other than that, I mean, I'd rather spend $25 every now and then on new electrodes. You know what I'm saying? Then because at the end of the day, if I'm building batteries, for people, and I'm trying to be consistent with it, so I don't want to be next thing you know I weld just 1, 2, or 3 welds and have to put the electrodes down because they hot, So yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying. And see, but the K-weld, it will burn if you don't have tape or insulation, and this will burn your hands. It will the electrode will burn your hands. So, and that's the reason why I say, you know what, when my K-weld did, yeah. So when I had when my K-weld did blow up, I was pissed. I was mad. I was depressed. I was like, man, what can I do, man? So I'm going to buy another K-weld. And yeah, that's right. So I wanted to go buy another K-weld. I said, well, let's see what other welders out there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking on Amazon, and I saw the glitter 811H. I was like $600. I can't afford that shit. So I was like, man, let's see if AliExpress got something like that. So I went to AliExpress and I saw the same welder for like $420, but after taxes and shipping came out about $500. I said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and bite the bullet, man. I'm gonna see what this welder's about. There wasn't too much reviews on it though. That's another thing about it. It wasn't too much, but there's a lot of reviews on K-weld. Like, boom, you go on K-weld, you go on YouTube and search K-weld. Boom, there's a lot of guys on there searching, doing the K-weld thing. But there was none on the glitter 811H. Like, it was people sleeping on that welder. So I said, man, you know what? I'm gonna do a review on that bad boy. So I did a review on that 811H, man, and I've been doing it since then. Yo, they might be gone though, but they done so left the car there. Bird. Hey, what happened to your mama's car? Did we just change that or no? No, I thought we just changed that on today, didn't it? Oh yeah?
I thought Hyundai dealership changed it.
Oh, I know something I was working on. It was the brake. It was the brakes on it, the sensor. Okay.
Well, the Hyundai dealership probably had to change it because the oil, remember the oil was leaking down?
Uh-huh.
But put a brand new battery in every morning, put a brand new terminal on, and the bitch won't say nothing. Now, before that, she get a torque off, it's like,
Uh-huh.
And then I moved the battery cables around, took the battery out, took it in there to test it.
Yeah.
Needed to be charged, recharged. So just bought a new battery,
Mm-hmm.
put new ends on, and the bitch just won't say nothing.
Even though you put new ends on, it still won't say nothing.
Everything come on. Now when you turn the key, and all the lights come on, go off. The battery lights staying on, and the check engine lights staying on.
That's when it's running though, or that's not running.
Just when you turn the key, you know how all the lights come
Yeah.
on, and then all of them go off. The battery lights staying on.
Let me, you want me to check it out in a few minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be over there in a
Because
few
I
minutes.
talked to that guy on that little scooter thing.
Uh-huh.
That bitch is a mechanic.
Yeah.
But yeah. And I ain't got your phone number no more.
You know, I got the same number. Okay, I'll be over there though.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. All right. Oh man, so let me see here. Okay. Oh dang, yeah, that's crazy, Star Citizen. Yeah, man, I gotta my dream bike. I don't know, man. You need to call me today. I have to tell you about that later because I can't really think on top of my head what's that's gonna be. But anyways, I'm about to put this on hold right now. I gotta go and check out my neighbor's car right quick and see what's going on with it. It seems like I'm thinking there's a bad. I think that might be the starter's bad. They saying the alternator, but if they put a new battery on there, and they put new terminals on now, and it still won't start. So I'm suspecting it might be a bad starter. It could be a wire down there, maybe a bad ground. But all right, but so I'm going to. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm gonna do that deal. Yeah, call me later on the day, okay? Keegan, man, I'm just about to leave, man. You just tuning in, man. So yeah, I'm about to leave, man. I got to go and help them with this car right quick, man. I'm gonna change up right quick. I'm in my pajamas and stuff, and I'm just sitting here doing this himiway C5. But but no, I'm saying I'm finna be doing some stuff on my bills and stuff like that, and I'll probably do a live on that, what I'm saying, with the battery compartment, so I can get that in the controller and stuff like that, so we can go ahead and ride and everything. But till then, I'm gonna go help them. I'm gonna get up out of here, man, and I will talk to y'all later, man. Okay, yeah. Oh, just say around about 2 o'clock, okay? 2 o'clock. Call me then, cause I'll be walking. Yeah, man, live stream is over, man. But I'm gonna walk up here to get my son from school. I'll be back, John. Don't worry about it. Anything, you can text me, bro. You can message me. Okay, y'all. I'll see y'all later. Oh man.